How to beat match with DJ Pro. I'm DJ Spiegel Spin, and I'm going to show you. So DJ Pro gives us so many features and tools to make DJing on the iPad very easy, and it makes beat matching effortlessly. So whether you want to beat match manually or you want to use the tools that are provided for you, in this video I'm going to show you how to do both. There are a couple of things that are necessary for beat matching and a couple of things that are optional that'll make it sound better or make it a little bit easier. So the first thing that is 100% necessary for beat matching is both songs have to be at the exact same BPM. So if you look over here, I have two songs loaded up. This one over here on the left deck is 126 BPM. And the other one over here is 128 BPM. So now, although they are very similar in BPM, because they are off even slightly, if you play them both at the same time, even if you line up the beats perfectly, it's going to end up sounding terrible. So it'll start out sounding fine, and then you're going to get beats clashing. Now, the human ears and brain can only process one beat at a time. So if there's two beats playing against each other, it's going to cause headaches and it's going to make you not be able to think, and it's just terrible. That is what we don't want to do. So you'll hear it in a little bit once I start. So I'm just going to, if you look at the waveforms, both songs are lined up, the beats are lined up perfectly, and now we're going to press play on both. Ready? So you see, it's right now we're getting a terrible sound, and that's exactly what we don't want to hear. It's like clashing sounds, like and it just doesn't sound good at all. So how would we beat match these two songs together? So one thing that you could do is you can adjust the BPM manually. So I am in classic mode, which is the first mode that you'll be on once you start the app. So up here is where you can adjust the BPM. So it's at 128, and if I slide it over, it'll be at 126. But you see how I'm having a little bit of difficulty using this slider on the touchscreen to get to 126. So what you could do is you could go over here, and you could press the edit, and you could type it in. And now it's at 126. So what we did was we went over here to where it says the BPM, and then we pressed this pencil, and then we typed it in, 126. So there we go. Another way to do it is to go and press the sync button once. Pressing the sync button once, if you look over here at the sync button, it's going to bring the BPMs to the exact same BPMs that you want. So this is on 126, and then we press sync once, and it brings us to 126. So however you feel more comfortable and whatever is easier for what device or controller that you're using to get the BPMs to be the same, it doesn't matter how you do it, but as long as the BPMs are the same, then you will be able to beat match. The only exception is this only works with EDM songs like house music and electronic music, because these type of songs were produced electronically, and if it says 4 beats and if it says 126 BPM, it's actually 126 BPM. If you try to do it with songs like classic rock songs or something like that, where it was actually a drummer playing the drums when it was recorded, sometimes it'll say it's a certain BPM, but it won't be able to mix together because it wasn't electronically recorded. So don't get frustrated if you're trying to mix some songs that don't mix, because some hip-hop and some classic rock and stuff like that, you just won't be able to beat match, and you'll have to mix with alternative ways. So we got two EDM songs right here, and I'm just using a double load of the same song. So this song's here, and if you go over here to the music button and you press double, you'll be able to double the track. So now we are going to beat match them together. So the trick is we are going to wait for the right time, which is where I put this cue point. If you see where that arrow is where the cue point is. And how I found that out was I went over here to the loop button, and then I just skipped 32 beats, and then I skipped 32 beats again. So it's 64 beats back. That's where we're going to start the mix. So here we go. And you're going to get ready, and then press this cue button down here as like a practice to get the beat down, and then at the right time, press play. So here we go. Now, I got it pretty close, but I didn't get it perfect. This is going to be really difficult to always get it perfect. So one thing you could do to adjust it is over here is the plus and minus button. So plus will increase the tempo, and then minus will decrease the tempo slightly. So let's say that the beats are like this. So by slowing it down and speeding up with these plus and minus buttons, we were able to get it exact. And now a way to do this, if you're not 100% confident that it's going to be perfect, is with your headphones, you do the mix with only one track playing live, and then you could listen to the cue mix. If you go over here to settings, and then you have your headphones plugged in, you'll be able to see the cue mix. Also, if you're using a controller, and then you can make sure the mix is correct and then adjust it with the plus and minus buttons in your headphones before anyone else actually hears it, and then you could play it live. So another way you could do it is by pressing the record over here or pressing the waveform, because that'll slow it down or speed it up. So let's do this again. So that one I got perfectly. So let's just mix it up a little bit. And then you could adjust it with the plus and minus button. Also, if you're using a controller, you could use the jog wheels to do this as well. That's how you manually beat match. But if you want to do it with the sync button, it is much easier. And a lot of people have something against the sync button, but I think that you should use all the tools provided for you, and you don't need to prove anything to anyone that you could press a button at the correct time, because it's, I mean, if you could do it, you could do it. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But this is how you do it with the sync button. So we'd play one track. We'd press sync, so sync's on. If you see it highlighted over there, sync is on, and now at the right time, and it will automatically keep the beats playing at the same time. So you don't have to worry about adjusting it, and you don't have to worry about any of that. So if you guys want to learn more about DJ Pro and how to DJ with the iPad and all the new stuff and the future of DJing, you could subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. I make DJ videos every single day.